What's up, YouTube? So, in this video, I'm going to be taking a look at Jeffery Simmons. Um, he's a 3-4 defensive end for the Tennessee Titans. I made a video about him before the draft. I'm a big fan of him. He's lining up right here, number 98. Very good player. If I remember, I'll try to put the link to that video in the description of this. I did it before the draft. So, yeah, let me go ahead and get right into this. It's already slowed down. Good. So right there, this is something I have always liked from Jeffery Simmons. Right away, look where his hand is. He's got it on his chest. He's got both hands on this offensive lineman's chest. And that allows him to have more control. He's staying low, and he's driving his feet. That's going to allow him to have control and power on this offensive lineman. The guard is going to try to help him out, but yeah, no. He's just going to kind of overpower him a little bit. Looked like he kind of swam over the top a little, but he's still keeping that arm. He's defeating his hands. And, yeah, he's just going to get leverage, and he's going to go ahead and get this running back. Very good play. That's one thing I've always been a fan of with Jeffery Simmons is his hand fight. He's explosive. He gets off the ball quick. And his hands are just insane. So let me go ahead and find the next play. Okay. Looks like the Titans actually moved their situation around quite a bit because now he's kind of more playing a 3-tech and more of a 4-3 situation. So, yeah, I like that a lot. This is, I think, his most natural position, but he is a good 3-4 defensive end as well. He's got good eyes and very good hands. Those are the biggest traits for a 3-4 defensive end, and he's got that in spades. But I do think he is better as a 3-tech. I just like putting him in B gap and just letting him fly, let him put his hands on dudes. But he's good either way. And right away, again, he gets that hand inside. He gets it right on the guard's chest, and he's using his left hand to defeat the guard's right arm. And that's going to allow him to disengage with this offensive lineman. And then he's just going to swipe that hand away, and he's going to get to the running back. Very good play. A lot of pursuit. Didn't give up on the play. Big fan of Jeffery Simmons. Definitely like that a lot. So let me go ahead and find the next one. Man, the Titans, they move him around quite a bit. They pretty much got him playing 1-tech right now. I don't know if I would want to do that too much. Looks like they got Jarrell Casey out here standing up too. I definitely wouldn't be doing that. Yeah, so let me go ahead and get right into this. The difference is here. I like him. I like Jeffery Simmons better at 3-4 defensive end or 3-tech over here. If he was over here. Because this allows him to just beat one dude and just terrorize the quarterback. But if you're a 1-tech, you are going to get double teamed pretty much every time. But he can definitely beat double teams. He's got the hands for it. He's got the eyes for it and the awareness. So it's fine. You can definitely do this on occasion. Just don't do it too much, I would say. I like that they're moving him around, though. Letting him use more of his skills. So as you can see, they're kind of pulling in this direction. He's got one hand on the outside, and he's using his left hand to control this tackle's wrist. That gives him control over his hands. He's just going to kind of put him on the ground, and he's going to go get this running back. Wrap him up. Looks like Harold Landry is going to kind of help him toward the end. Which, by the way, another player I'm a big fan of is Harold Landry. Big fan of him as well. I wasn't making videos back when he was being drafted, but if I had, he would have been one of my top pass rushers. So take that as you will. But anyway, let me go ahead and find the next play I want to show you. Okay. Rewind it a little bit more just to show this off. I'll let it go full speed for a second though. They started off with Jeffery Simmons out at 3 tech, but then they shifted to move him to 1. So he's now probably going to be getting double teamed in most situations, but the Raiders are kind of pulling, so it doesn't end up happening that way. But in most situations, you'd be getting double teamed here. But now I'll go slow motion. Let me go ahead and show you this. He reacts well. He reads what they're doing to him very well. He's keeping his eyes on the ball carrier at all times, looking at Carr right now. And this is one thing I'm a big fan of right here. Notice how he's keeping his left arm in on the guard's chest. He's using his length and his leverage to keep him at bay, and he's also keeping his other arm on, looks like the center, and that's both helping him keep his balance and keep the center at bay in case he tries to turn toward his direction. That's going to allow him to keep them at a distance and make sure that they can't stop, so they can't stop and control him. Make sure that they can't get into his chest. So when the running back cuts back, he's able to just kind of disengage because the guard was never able to get his hands on him, and he's able to help wrap up this running back. Very good play. He's also nasty as hell, too. Very competitive. Yeah. Let me go ahead and find the next one here. Okay, this is actually the last play I'm going to show you guys, but it is the sack that he got on Derek Carr. He's back here at 3 tech again in B gap. So with that, let me go ahead and get right into it. So right away, he gets one hand on this guy's arm, and he's got his left hand controlling his wrist. So what that means is he's trying to get over the top through this gap past the center to get to Derek Carr. He's going to do exactly that. He made sure that he wasn't able to get control of his hand, and he's just going to swim right over the top of him. Ugh. Now, what this center should have done, he should have kept a hand on Jeffery Simmons, but he's got his hands full, it looks like, with Jarrell Casey, so he really couldn't. And Jeffery Simmons is just going to get free and wrap up Derek Carr. That swim move was nasty. I actually want to see that again, but full speed. Shows a lot of power and actually a little bit of finesse there. Let me actually take a look at one more thing. Again, full speed. His ball get off was pretty good there, too. And notice that he didn't just rush in there without a plan. He's looking at him and he's thinking about exactly how he's going to beat him. He's rushing with a plan, which is something that I really preach heavy about. You need to rush with a plan. You can't just run down the middle of people. You might be able to get a little bit of success doing that, but long term, you need to rush with a plan, and he's very good about doing that. And as you can see, he's got a very good swim move when he needs to use it. So, yeah. But as far as film goes, I don't really have anything more to show you guys. Like I said, I did make a video about him before the draft, so if you guys want to go and watch that, I would definitely appreciate it. I'll try to put the link to that in the description. There's a lot of stuff before the draft that was kind of controversial. That's why he fell. I'm not going to get into that right now. In the video, I think I talked about it like just a little bit, but I don't really care about all that stuff. I just break down the film, his stats, stuff like that. I try to keep it football as much as possible. And he's a very, very good player. Very explosive, very powerful. And he's got a lot of technique, too. And I really like what the Titans are doing with him, moving him around. They're putting him in a 2-gap situation with a 3-4 defensive end. They're putting him in a B-gap, letting him pretty much be a 3-tech at times, putting him out at 1-tech. That's such a good way to utilize his talent because he could play all those positions and succeed. I think that 3-tech is his best position but he can play all three of those at a very elite level. And I think he's going to be one of the marquee defensive tackles within the next few years. He has all the potential to do that. So, yeah. Anyway, I think that's going to be it for this video. If you liked it, I would appreciate you hitting that like button. If you have any questions or comments, leave in the comments down below. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.